Hey Austin, this is Matt at Perkins Motorplex. I am back here kind of in the midst of all of our operation here. You can see our detail shop there in the back, and a couple of our service centers back there as well, and even our delivery trucks back in the back waiting to take vehicles all over the country. But I'm just going to walk around this Audi Q5 and show you any imperfections that I might see on it. It does have one key fob that we received with this one, and that will come with it. Starting here on the front, just looking for any indentions, any scratches, stuff like that. It is a little dusty just from sitting on our lot. The pollen this time of year, even if we spray it one day, the next day it's just going to have a thin layer of dust on it, and of course bird poop. Can't really prevent that with birds in the air. So starting here on the front, again, the hood looks in great shape. The only thing I'll notice here along the hood is a couple touch-up spots that you will notice as well. All of our vehicles, especially anything that rides this low to the ground, is going to have a little bit of those spots that we touched up just from little pebbles hitting it coming around the front or coming down the highway. But I don't see any indentions. The grill, all the accents look to be in great shape. Always check down here. There's probably a couple touch-up spots just from it being down there on the low towards the ground. But again, headlights and accent trim pieces all look great. All these sensors look to be in good shape. Sometimes you'll see those pushed in. This one looks to be in great shape there. Then one of the highlights on this car, the tires are in phenomenal shape. You won't have to worry about any new tires anytime soon. And the wheels are in great shape as well. There's no curb rash on this side. You can see maybe just a tad bit that I missed on my pre-walk around, but nothing major to necessarily be worried about. And then of course, coming on the door panels, just looking here for any indentions, and you can probably see one very low down here right on that crease. That again, it's so low to the ground you'll probably miss it. I missed it the first time walking around the car. And just check these chrome accent marks there too, and they all look to be in great shape. Not seeing any weird indentions or waves in the panels either. I'll open this back here. I always open this just because if someone was abusing the trunk, I always want to make sure you point that out. You'll see some marks in the carpets, things like that. This one has no signs of that. The only thing you'll notice on all of our SUVs or hatchbacks, you'll see some spots, or really any sedan too, you'll see some spots there on the top of the bumper. But again, not super noticeable, but you do expect that on a used sedan. And don't see anything on the liftgate to be worried about or point out, really. All the glass and antennas, wipers, all look to be in great shape. Just more touch-up spots. Again, all the sensors look to be great. No condensation in the taillights, anything of that nature. So everything looks so far is looking really good on this car. Back wheel and tire. Again, tires are in phenomenal shape. No curb rash there on the back wheel. Door panels look to be in great shape on this side as well. Not seeing any dings. Maybe one small, and that's just a raindrop there. A little bit of curb rash here on the outside of that wheel on the driver's side. We'll go into the interior now. Overall, a really good looking car. And then the interior, just looking for rips and stains in these seats. Really nothing to point out to you. Looks like maybe one small indentation there, but I mean, it might just be the way that it's sitting or something like that. Cup holders here in the back as well. And like you said, it does have the panoramic sunroof in it. I've got the shade pulled just because that's how it was. But this plastic is typically pretty easy to scratch. I don't see any scratches. Doesn't look like anyone's been abusing that. No kids in the back seat scratching up the back of the driver's seat or the passenger seat. And then coming to the driver's seat, of course, power seat, and minimal wear there. There's not rips or tears there. Same thing with the middle console. Doesn't look like anybody had a heavy elbow on the armrest or on that middle console. We'll start it up. Just over 63,000 miles on it. And I know you've driven one of these, so you probably know pretty much how this works. You got a little touchpad here that you can control it, or this knob. And then of course your radio, switching stations, or your volume there as well. Then you can go back to the menu, get your vehicle information. or your telephone, media, navigation, all of that good stuff. So, and you'll, like I said, you may already know your way around this, but once you get here, you can spend some time getting through here. But overall, you can kind of do all that with the dial there. But you have a few of these options: parking sensors, descent, automatic start and stop, and then of course your heated seats here as well. So all of that looks in great shape. All the buttons are there. There's no wear and tear on the buttons. I think you'll be really happy with this car. But if you don't have, if I missed something or missed an angle that you want to see a little closer, let me know, because I can put my hands back on this vehicle. And being over 63,000 miles, there's no more factory warranty, at least on the tech package, that will be covered. So we can look at options that will make sure that you're covered there as well. But just let me know how I can help.